It really is an amazing feeling knowing that you now live for something, when for so long you'd been so confused as to if you live for anything at all. My name is Michael Roberts, and this is my story. The childhood that I had really was not a pristine, ideal background. Raised by a single mother. My parents divorced when I was just an infant. My mother worked quite a bit to be able to support and keep us going. Did go to church, but that was a very rigid and conservative place where I was taught to stand up and sit down and be quiet, and definitely learned a lot about the justice of God, but very little about who He is and His love. And my choices were based off that. My choices were based off that I was my own God, and that every turn that I made would be the one that may or may not bring me to the success that I wanted to have. It was in those dark times that I would sit in silence and wonder, where is God? The God that I was promised as a child just never seemed to show up. I remember that day very vividly when I accepted Christ. I was driving home from church in Texas, and there had just been a guest speaker, and that guest speaker had really broken through. I just thought to myself, God, I don't know why you want me, but you want me, and I can't ignore it anymore. I can't see past it anymore, and I can't justify it away anymore, and I'm yours. I did get baptized about 6 months after my conversion. After I accepted Christ. Looking back on it now, it was definitely a powerful event in my life. I got the wonderful experience of being baptized with my wife at the same time. And that's something that's really awesome to go through together with each other. I went to a customer's house one day, and they just so happened to be elders for Christ Community Church. They were speaking to me about their church and about their faith, and it was in a way that I just hadn't experienced. So I decided to follow them up on their offer. They invited me to come to Christ Community Church, and I came here, and that's been the beginning of something amazing. It was a beginning that started off being quiet, sitting in the balcony, and then realizing that the church was calling me to be a part, to offer the great message of Jesus Christ to other people. And I learned about an awesome program called Stephen Ministry, and I made a decision to join them. I went through the training and graduated, and after I became a Stephen minister, it really emboldened me to be able to speak confidently and knowing that it was Christ that was going to bring people. All that I had to do was speak truth and share my story. So being able to speak out and to offer faith and explain faith led to invitations that I never would have dreamed would have brought us to where we are today as a family, as a group, and reaching out to my parents, reaching out to my wife's parents, and now to see those individuals professing Christ, being baptized on the green. Some of our best friends, Eric and Ona, who definitely were interested in what it was in our marriage and in our lives that was different and interesting, and their attendance and their admittal of faith and interest in Christ, and then eventual baptism on the green was amazing, and to see what God is doing in their life is indescribable. And I've learned that the more that I share my story and offer my testimony, that it really has impacted many people. And there's not a lot of argument for the feelings and experiences that you've had in the light of God. And to know that I got to play a part in their lives and how they came to know their God is amazing. I mean, think about that compared to anything else you can achieve in life, to know that you helped somebody come to know God.